you ever said to yourself, "I'll do it later," or "I'll start tomorrow"? We all have. It sounds harmless, doesn't it? But here's something most people never realize. Each later is like a tiny thief. It steals a little bit of our time, and when many laters come together, they can steal your entire future. Hours slip away while we scroll. Days disappear while we plan to begin. Years vanish while we wait for the perfect moment. Everyone gets the same 24 hours, but only a few know how to use them. The one who respects time climbs the mountain of success. The one who wastes it burns in the fire of regret. This is the story of a boy who learned this truth, and how one simple realization changed his entire life. So listen carefully till the end, because this isn't just a story, it's a mirror, and you might just see yourself in it. In a quiet little town lived a young boy. He had everything: loving parents, caring teachers, and a comfortable home. He was smart, kind, and full of potential. But he had one big problem: laziness. Whenever someone asked him to do something, he would say, "Later." When his mother told him to clean his room, "Later, Mom." When his teachers gave homework, "I'll do it tomorrow." When his friends invited him to learn new skills, he said, "Maybe next time." Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. While his friends learned, grew, and moved ahead, the boy stayed in the same place. His parents worried. His teachers scolded him. They all said the same thing: "Time is precious, don't waste it." But he didn't understand. He thought they were just overreacting. After all, he was young. He had time, right? One day, after failing another exam, the boy felt frustrated and lost. So he went to visit an old wise sage who lived at the edge of town, a man known for solving life's biggest problems. The sage was sitting peacefully under a banyan tree. He looked at the boy and smiled. "What brings you here, my child?"
The boy sighed. "Everyone says I'm wasting my time, but I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I have my whole life ahead of me." The sage smiled and said softly, "You are indeed smart, my boy, but you have one great enemy." The boy frowned. "Enemy? I have everything I need. What enemy?" The sage replied, "The enemy called later. Let me tell you a story. Once there was a great and generous king. He ruled a prosperous kingdom and loved his people like his own children. One day, while walking through the market, he saw a man shouting angrily at everyone. To his surprise, the man was his childhood classmate, now poor, broken, and hopeless. The king went to him and asked gently, "My friend, what happened to you?" The poor man replied, "Your Majesty, life has been cruel. No one gives me work. They say I don't finish things on time. I don't know how to feed my family anymore." Feeling compassion, the king said, "Tomorrow morning, come to my palace. I will open my treasury for you. From sunrise to sunset, take as much gold and jewels as you can. But when the sun sets, the gates will close forever." The man's eyes shone with excitement. He thanked the king and went home dreaming of a rich tomorrow. The next morning, the sun rose bright and early, but the man thought, I have the whole day. Let me first have a good breakfast." After eating, he thought, "There's plenty of time. I'll rest a bit before going." He lay down and fell asleep. When he woke, the sun was already high. "Oh no!" he panicked and rushed toward the palace. Halfway there, he felt tired from the heat. "The treasury won't go anywhere," he thought. "Let me rest under this tree for a few minutes." He closed his eyes again. When he opened them, the sun was setting, the sky painted in red and gold. He ran as fast as he could, but as he reached the palace, the guards were closing the massive gates. "Please, open them! The king promised me!" he cried. The guard replied, "The king's promise ended with the sunset. The opportunity is gone." The man fell to his knees, realizing what he had lost. Not because he never had the chance, but because he thought he had more time. The sage finished his story and looked at the boy, who sat silently, his eyes wide. "Do you understand now?" he asked softly. "Each day is a treasury filled with golden chances to grow, to learn, to live. But when the sun sets, that treasury closes forever." The boy's eyes filled with tears. He saw how many days he had wasted, how many chances he had thrown away with the words, "later, tomorrow, someday." The sage placed his hand on the boy's shoulder and said, "But it's not too late for you. Your treasury is still open. Make every sunrise count." The boy went home with new determination. He started acting immediately. When his mother asked him to help, he did it right away. When teachers gave homework, he finished it that day. He began learning the guitar, helped his parents, and studied with focus. Slowly, his life changed. Grades improved. Confidence grew. He became the most punctual and reliable student in school. Years later, as a successful young man, people asked him, "What's your secret?" He smiled and said, "I learned that time is the only treasure we truly have. Every moment we waste is like throwing away gold. The difference between success and failure isn't talent or luck. It's how you use your time. Don't wait for tomorrow to do what you can today, because sometimes tomorrow never comes." We all think we have time, but time doesn't wait. Laziness doesn't shout, it whispers, "You can do it later." And later becomes never. Right now, your treasury is open. The sun is shining. What will you do with it? Think about what you've been postponing. That dream, that goal, that one thing that could change your life. Write it in the comments below and commit to starting it today. Not tomorrow, today. Because the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Like this video if it inspired you, and subscribe to Mindset Matters for more stories that awaken your purpose and strengthen your mindset. Until next time, respect your time, respect your life.